All about them beef patties. Randy's patties, closing, construction, gentrification, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, I know how to pronounce the word. It's called ginger gentrification. Look, at the end of the day, Randy's Patties is closing down, and people are
Closed.
upset. Closed. People are upset. Apparently, Drake wanted to buy it. Drake is not buying Randy's Patties. Okay, he's not buying it because the city wants to do work. So is Drake going to buy it from the city? I'm sure he could afford it, but he's not buying the patty spot. So where do we go for patties? I refuse to go back to the convenience store. I'm not getting convenience store patties. And every time, don't tell me to go to a Jamaican restaurant because these niggas never have patties. Either
Yeah.
sell them or they're out. So don't.
Yeah.
Where am I getting my patties?
I haven't been to Granny's or what's the other place? Sunrise, or I don't even know any other Jamaican spots. I just make my own food. I'm Jamaican. I cook. So don't come at me, people. Okay. But I don't even know what kind of patties they have. Listen, Randy's patties, when I talk about was the staple of patties in our city, people don't understand. This place has been in operation since I think the late 70s.
Yeah.
And in an area, of course, it was a well-populated Caribbean area, right? But it's set up in an area that if you've ever been there, there's no parking. You can't stop on the street to get there. It's one of the most inconvenient storefront locations I have ever seen in my life. And it has the longest line on a consistent basis. And they literally sell just different types of patties. The fact that this place is shutting down has me having so many, because I really hope somebody gets an opportunity, or listen, we should look into trying to get an opportunity to interview the owner of this place. Because I have to believe that this closing down wasn't just because the owner was said, it might be what you said. It might be some gentrification and they were offered an obscene amount of money for the property.
That's exactly what
it could be. It could be the pandemic. Maybe they weren't able to
it was they city came in and said, yo, I'm taking that. Goodbye.
They don't do delivery.
I could be wrong, but I think
no,
that's what it was.
I'm just putting it out there in the universe, the multiple options. Everybody knows which one is at the top of the list, right? For most likely. But I'm just saying, for a place like this to shut down just like that, it leaves a wide gap now. It leaves a wide gap open because, listen, you go to if you're really Caribbean, you're not going to Food Basic.
Nope.
And picking up a box of Patty King.
Oh. No.
For $8.99 and putting that in you're not doing it. It's not happening.
Listen, I've had those before. Even if you put them in the oven, they still come out like you put them in the microwave. They're not good. They're really bad.
I went to Oceans. Oceans is another place which actually has more of a selection for patties. They do have more of a selection for patties, right? But they do offer actually a patty that is probably would be the competition right now if Randy's was still alive. And now is probably seeing this Randy's news and is sitting there like, yeah, buddy.
About to cake. Well,
We're
first
about
of all,
to make some dollars. The place name is Tennell's. Let me just get the name out first, please. Tennell's. Go ahead.
Alwyn's right off VP. It's right off the VP 401. Go south. Can't remember that little street, but there's a place called Alwyn's that have stuffed patties. My nigga, you got the patty beef.
Mm-hmm.
You got jerk chicken.
Inside?
In the patty, you got your coleslaw and whatever else you want to put in that. But even if you just get that as the standard, that right there is like $4 and change. But that's a meal, my guy.
Listen, my grandfather right now just heard that, and he's rolling around in his grave.
That's a meal, my guy.
He's vexed. He's vexed. I believe in evolution. I believe in evolution and taking something and finding ways to make it great. So I have nothing against the stuffed patties. You know what I mean? For a Jamaican, let me tell you what a stuffed patty is for Jamaican. For a stuffed patty is open it up and throw in some cheese.
Yeah, some sliced cheese.
That's it. Some processed slices, some tin cheese.
I used to do that back in the day.
And put it in the patty and close it up. That's a stuffed patty for a Jamaican. But I mean, all the other stuff sounds like a burger. It sounds delicious.
Gramps on Eglinton in Scarborough, right off Markham and Eglinton. Gramps' patties are fire. And Albert's, which is St. Clair West and Bathurst, right on the corner there. those
And
patties
these are places that
fire.
make their they make their own patties, or
They make their
they
own
sell it.
patties. They make their own.
Okay.
There's 2 more spots. And if you are a Scarborough man and you don't know this, you're fired. I want your pink slip is handed out immediately. Warden subway station, right at the
Right.
bus terminal. Boom.
Right.
Right
Yeah,
there.
that's a landmark.
And also, of course, not of course, but Bathurst. Bathurst subway station. When you come up from the train, there's a bakery right
Listen,
there. That spot's fire too.
So all I was thinking about was that long ass hallway that you walking down, right? So you walk down that long ass hallway, and if you don't know it's there, you'll walk right past that little metallic. It's just a metal door with some windows.
Trust
There's
me.
a bunch of windows, a few signs written on some Bristol board, as I remember. They still have the Bristol board signs written with some marker and stuff.
Are you talking about Warden?
I'm talking about Warden. Yeah.
Man, I haven't been there in a long time.
okay.
I just know.
Okay. So not even like lights on the signs, just handwritten signs, and the greatest patties, fillings is wonderful and everything like that.
Yo, let's not forget the cocoa bread. The cocoa bread is fire.
The cocoa bread is
too.
the cocoa bread is fire too. The cocoa bread is fire too. But it's funny to me that we are naming places that are not staples, that are not well known, because everybody's heard of Granny's. I know a lot of people have heard of Granny's.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of people have heard of Sunrise.
Of course.
Right?
Their patties are okay.
Yeah, they're mediocre, and these are Jamaican spots. These are Jamaican franchises. So when it comes to patties, Randy's and Tennell's are really the only 2 that I could see that are up there in the world. And right now, Tennell's is up there if you ask me. That's the top patty right now in all of the city.
Oh yeah, well I'm going to Warden subway station soon just to refresh my little memory.
I gotta send you a box of Tennell's then, man. I gotta send you a box of Tennell's. Yes, and take that walk down that. Because listen, you're going because it's the bus terminal, right? So you're walking to the buses.
I think
you're
right
walking to the buses.
Like
so it's a long ass hallway. You go up about a decent flight, like the flight of stairs.
Not
is
a
decent,
lot
like,
of flights, man.
listen,
It's a couple.
Get your
stairs.
stamina ready. Get
couple stairs.
Get your endurance in.
Look,
get
man.
The steps in.
I believe, if I don't recall, I think I recall correctly. I think it's right next to the McCowan 16. It's either the McCowan 16 or the 102 terminal. Anyways, the point is you can't miss it. And we've been talking a lot about the Warden, so I think that's the contender. But viewing public, what are your thoughts here, man? Especially if you're local to Toronto, where is the patty spot? We need a substitute for Randy's, right? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you know the nigga, tell him about us. Tell him we just did this segment and we want to talk to him. Okay.
Right.
Deuces.